Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. You're gonna have to excuse me for the non-shavenness. It's been a bit of a busy day, if I'm honest. I just want to make this video right because I know people out there like yourselves at some point are gonna have a moment when you think this is shit. You're gonna I try not to swear, but that's what you're actually gonna be thinking. You're gonna be thinking like, there's no work coming through. I'm not making any money. I'm sick of trying, and I'm getting nowhere. You're gonna feel like crap at the end of the day. But like, I just want you to know that's kind of something you should expect running your own business. It's something you're gonna have to kind of accept the feeling of, because it's a bit of a roller coaster. You got your highs and your lows in this mad world that you're trying to earn customers and profit on. Because realistically, personal experience, you could spend the full day out knocking on doors. You could be giving it your full salesman pitch, and you could spend 4 or 5 hours walking about in the heat, knocking on door after door after door, and you just get nothing. And you go home and you realise you've spent 5 to 6 hours and you've made no money. And it does start to play on your head a bit, but you shouldn't give up, because for some reason the next day you start knocking on doors and 12 people say yes, and then the day after you knock on several doors and maybe 8 people say yes. Then you start to realise, well, I've had one bad day, it's made us feel pretty crap, but all these other days where I'm actually starting to gain customers and I'm starting to do jobs and I'm starting to get reviews and I'm starting to get feedback, and it's good feedback, is a buzz. It really is a buzz. It's kind of hard to explain the feeling that you get, because it's almost like a real self sense of achievement, a real pride of what you've done. Because at the end of the day, you're your own boss, and your teachers at school might have said you're never going to amount to nothing. You might have worked in a factory and have said that all you're going to do is work here till you retire, and you decide to say, no, I'm going to leave and do something else, and people have laughed and said, oh, good luck with that, mate. Oh, my mate Jimmy my mate Jimmy, he had his own business, and well, he's living on the streets now. You're going to get people like that all the time. But like, screw them, because they didn't try it, and that's the reason why they're still working in a factory 24/7 on underpay. Is the reason why there's people out there who work in stores and won't do their own business and make their own money. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Like, I've been doing this literally flat out for 3 weeks now, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to keep it's kind of like personal really for myself, but I'll tell you, I've been doing it flat out for 3 weeks now, and I've already got an estimate of £4,800 for the year. So over the next 6 months, I will make £4,800. That's just me going out knocking on doors and putting myself on my business page on Facebook groups, posting flyers, just word of mouth. And that's just for 3 weeks. Now, if you imagine, if you do that literally, if you can get that 4 and a bit grand every 3 weeks, not saying you will, but you'll have some weeks you might only make an extra 1 grand. But if you can just build it up and up and up and up over like a month, of 4 grand a month of reoccurring, of the yearly sort of margin. Not, it won't be obviously a profit because you've got tax and everything on top of it. Like, it does pay off, because at the end of the day, if you then spend 2 years constantly working, don't get like, it really isn't easy. You're going to be doing like 13, 14 hour shifts, man. It's tiring, really tiring. It takes a mental toll on you. It seriously does. And you've got all of the crap on top of it, the insurance, your tax, man. You've just, there's so much ball ache stuff as well. It's not like you just go out and make yourself £1 a day, because even if you out made £1 a day, like, you've then got a 20% of that, and you've got to take off your expenses of what fuel you spent that day. What do you spend on your dinner, your drink? Do you spend it on, say, let's say you've used a litre of cleaning detergent. Well, you find out, well, a 5 litre bottle's 20 quid, so I've got like 2 more days, or well, I've got like 4 more days where 5 litres is over, and I've got to bang on, so I might as well just get another one now. It's 20 quid off that, and etc. etc. And it's pretty much just one of those things, if I'm honest. It's just keep at it. Just literally do not give up. Just keep going and going and going. Be somewhat desperate. Like, think of it like this is it. This is the last thing you've ever got. Like, don't really put pressure on yourself, but do put pressure on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, don't get yourself all upset in that, but put pressure on yourself, because pressure is literally, it is beautiful. It's not good for you really, but it is beautiful because it gives you a kick up the arse and it makes you go, I need to do this. Like, I need to get up at 6 in the morning. It's not like I can just lie until 10 o'clock. I'm my own boss. I need to get up at this time. I need to start prepping my business plan. I need to go out and start knocking on these doors. I need to get a map out. Right, I'm going to target this day. I'm going to target this area at this day. I'm going to target that area at that day. I'm going to target this estate on Saturday. Right. Let's, for example, right, this is a tip, right? This is, I'm rambling here, but I'm just going to quickly say this and go, because once again, this is just me going mental. But let's say, for example, you want to post your company, your business and stuff like that on these Facebook groups, like local area groups, how you'll have something like, say, a Catwick group or a York group. And there'll be the estates, you know, and there'll be a group for each of them estates, and people, you know, they'll complain about the kids riding around on bikes or them throwing stones at ducks at the park. And, you know, but people also go on there to go, oh, I'm running a charity, or I've also running a bit of a business, and people kind of go, oh, I'm actually looking for that, so I've found it on the group. Don't post like something about your business from like 8 o'clock and 5 till 5 o'clock, because people are at work and that's when they're not really on the phone, so they shouldn't be on they shouldn't be on the phones. Do it like 5 o'clock onwards, because then people are at home, they've had the tea, they sat down, they're flicking through Facebook and they're looking through the business page or something, or the Facebook group, and then they turn around and go, oh, look at that, actually I do want that. That's something that could be interesting for my mate's birthday, or I need this to help clean my auntie's windows, so I'll give him a message. Actually, I need him to deliver some materials from point A to point B. You know, so always think about the timings and stuff like that. That's all I'm going on about today. I've had a pretty good day, to be fair, and I've got a very busy weekend coming up. Unfortunately, it was lashing it down with rain today, so that means there was no work at the end of it. So I've got to catch up on everything that I can when it dries up. But as long as I get the money in the bank, right? So take care, have a good one. Any questions, post them in the comments, and if I've got time, I'll do it. But yeah, have a good one. See you in a bit.